Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you how I do the Stone Song Eyrie using the faction team on level 500. In this series, I'm showing you how I do each and every Underworld faction using the factions team on level 500. So for this one, we're on Horde level 150. The higher that is, the more damage your team is going to do, the more survivable they will be. But level 150 is what I'm going to try. Only 3 steps to this. You can run straight across the middle the quickest way possible. Just 3 battles, not too bad. Right now, the team I'm going to use for this is Harpy Mage, 2 times Queen Xochi and Harpy. But there were a couple of troops I didn't use. Just take a look at them. Let's bring up Stone Song Eyrie. Right, the other choices we had were a Bladewing and Harpy Nightsong. Bladewing does damage to an enemy if there's a storm. She has a 20% chance to kill them. If you get lucky with that kill chance, it can obviously happen. But that sort of thing has really bad luck with me, so that's one of the reasons why I don't go for those chances to kill things unless it's pretty much forced upon you. And Harpy Nightsong is actually not a bad choice, but I've only got 1 of them. Obviously you can get more by opening some more portals. But if you can have a storm, it's actually a pretty good amount of true scatter damage. That would double. That'd be nearly 100 true scatter damage if there's a storm, which is pretty good in my case. And summon a dust storm when an enemy dies is a good way of summoning a storm should it stop. But we have various ways of getting storms anyway. Harpy Mage conjures a dust storm as part of its spell, which is a nice reliable way of restarting a storm. And it chooses an ally and explodes magic +1 gems of one of their mana colours. And also Harpy summons a dust storm at the start of battle, which means we get a storm right from the get-go. And that gives life to all allies, and if there's a storm, drains 4 mana from all enemies, which is a good way of stopping them from casting a spell at the same time. So I'm going to go with 2 times Queen Xochi in this. You can go with this variant with 2 times Harpy Nightsong, but I really like the way that Queen Xochi does that damage and then explodes gems, which will quite often charge the Queen Xochis up again to do it again, which is cool. And it just works well with these troops because we have 3 yellow troops here and we have 3 brown troops here. When we cast Harpy Mage and explode those gems, whichever the AI chooses is going to be in our benefit. We cast this on Queen Xochi and it chooses yellow to explode. We charge up our top 3 troops. If it chooses brown, we charge up the bottom 3. So that is what we're going to concentrate on. And of course we have that chance to have a summon as well should we lose our top troop. And it does summon a Harpy Mage. 35% chance to do that, which is cool because it's Harpy Mage which is up top, which means we are familiar with the way it works. Right, very straightforward. For this, we're going to go +2 brown, +1 yellow banner. Let's dive in there and see what we can do. First battle. As you can see, this is ready absolutely straight away because of the Potion of Enchantment and the 75% mana start, which is pretty cool. But we can cast this. Let's cast it. Choose Queen Xochi. She's ready to go. We'll still take these hits when it's there though, because she only does normal damage. Gave him a wallop back, but there you go. But we've got this storm. Brown gems fall more than other colours, but it's relevant to her spell. Does 90 damage in my case to all enemies, and if there's a storm, explode 5 gems. So she does that damage. As you can see, she self-charged, which is really cool. Our top troop is taking a bit of a battering already though. This is why you have to be prepared for this. Keep on getting some 4 matches, summon in another Harpy Mage when you can. If we can cast this to give life as well, make ourselves more survivable, which is quite nice. So we don't need to cast this right now. More interested in trying to keep this alive. So let's cast this, drain the enemy's mana at the same time. Give them a little wallop along the way. Let's do this damage again. This next cast is going to wipe them out. You see the storm stopped for the minute, so we're not getting that explosion. So we could cast this first. Let's just grab these 4 matches first and foremost. Don't really want them to do that, so I'm going to cast this. Queen Xochi's up. That's going to take out their top troop. Made our top troop a bit more survivable as well, and started the storm again. What are they going to do? If there's a storm, 20% chance to kill them. This is where you have to rely on luck ever so slightly in this first phase, because if the enemy gets lucky with that, it may take out one of your Queen Xochitls, which is exactly what you don't want. But hey, we've got a chance of an extra turn with this anyway. Didn't get it. She survived. All good. We can cast this again. Lots of brown everywhere, which is cool. Give more life if we want, but it's all about killing them at first, so we'll cast this on Xochitl. There's quite a lot of yellow and brown on the board, and there you go. Got charged. Got the extra turn. And voila! That is the first phase. Or the first room. First phase? Where did that come from? Right. Okay, who we got next? Right, I went 3 times Naisha medals for that first battle, by the way, because there was no status effects to worry about on the enemy team. No status effects as part of his spell. Destroys a row, gains armor. Gives an ally armor and 1 magic. Again, no status effects to worry about. Queen Isabel can be annoying. Does damage to the first enemy equal to an ally's attack. Then give, in this case, 112 attack and armor to them. This is like magic +1, so it will vary from each player. And then give 3 to 8 mana to all allies other than myself. And King Highforge stuns the last 2 enemies and deals a lot of damage to them, boosted by allied dwarves, and has a summon. So yeah, he's kind of the main one we want to pick on. But the way we're going to have to do this is work through the enemies pretty quickly, as we did before, doing damage to all if we can. So still 3 times Naisha for this. No status effects to worry about. Just trying to stay alive, keep them last 2 troops alive, keep an eye on what he's doing. The thing with this team is he's the only one that uses red and brown as well, so if they pick up red and brown, they're going to get charged pretty quickly, but we can start going for it straight away. And what we got? We could. Let's just do this now. Let's drain a bit of his mana. Yeah, that half mana start, but that restricts him and makes it harder for him to get going. Let's pick Xochitl. That's really nice. Okay, much better chance to get brown while this storm's going. I mean, you can take that, but there's no advantage to taking it really, because there's the only reason to take that is when you want that summon. No one else does any benefits to a 4 match. So we may as well leave that there, because when we cast this and explode those gems, it means we've got a better chance of gaining back the mana color which we actually need. Same again. Let's go again, or take that away first, because we don't care about that color. Going to cast this one now, because I want to drain his mana at the bottom there. Don't like him thinking he's getting too charged. See, it's only stopped him by 1 round, but it's still 1 round. And he may not collect his mana next turn anyway, which he didn't. We gained a bit more survivability. Let's drain a bit more mana from Highforge. Our top troop is taking a bit of a bashing. So we'll get some more life. Now we can explode gems. There we go. Lovely. I took the blue then, because we don't use blue. While there's the brown storm, the chances are when I took that blue, we might get some more brown drop down, which basically aids our spell. Same again. Xochitl is recharged. See, he's ready to cast, but we'll put a stop to that. Not on my watch, Sunny Jim. And that is going to be Highforge out of the way. Oh, not quite. Not quite. Oh, he's going to get to cast. He's just about going to get to cast. We may lose our top troop as well. So we've got to be prepared to try and get some 4 matches first. Like, we don't want to actually kill them too quickly now. If we would have wiped them out nice and quick, like, we'd kill them anyway. They've got their summon, but it's not as good as the troops that were here in the first place. I mean, look at their attack and life. It's just not at the same level. So I can withstand a couple of hits from that now. So providing we can get one more charge on Queen Zochi, we're going to get rid of those bottom 2 troops. Don't mind him taking that. I want to get Zochi charged if I can, but there's none of the colours there that I want. So we'll soften them up though, we've got that charge anyway. So that's going to get rid of the bottom 2, just leave the top 1, which is absolutely ideal. So this game is pretty much done unless they get a amazing flurry of sudden skull whacks. Don't trust that fully. Looks like that might leave a skull hit. That probably won't actually. Right, let's do some explodey stuff. And job done. And through to the last stage. Right, similar team to R1 now, like Harpy Mage is going to do that explodey stuff and conjure a dust storm. That can actually help us because the storm benefits them as well as it benefits us. Queen Zochi again has that chance of a summon when we kill one of their troops, and she does 131 damage to all. That is pain and suffering of the highest order. This one gives life to all allies, so it's the same kind of thing as our team in a way. Like, they can give life, they can do a lot of damage, they can have a summon, and they can do this damage as well, which with that 20% chance to kill them, have to be watchful for that. That's the only one that uses blue. But hey, full 3 times nice again. We're trying to wipe them out before they wipe us out. But they kind of have the advantage in a way because they are doing more damage than us. But hopefully we have the advantage of basically human intelligence and knowing that every now and again the AI does tend to make a mess of things. So do that damage. Didn't see the explosion of gems then. I'll presume it was there. Grab these 4 matches initially. So there's an okay smattering of brown and yellow dotted around everywhere, so go for that on Zochi. Again, you don't have to think too much about leaving these skull hits. If there's brown and yellow near them, then the chances are you're going to explode them anyway. There's brown and yellow near these ones, there's brown and yellow near these ones, so this is okay to cast this. Unless you get unlucky like that, but this is nice for us because we get an extra turn and a skull bash. This is getting near to getting charged. But we still would stick with the theory of just whacking out lots of damage. Right, let's cast this troop. Let's drain the mana from their Zochi that's ready to cast. I want to grab that first in case we get a lucky skull drop down. See, she's ready to go again, but we still slowed her down by 1 round. Let's go for it. So we lost our top troop, but we can take these 4 matches now. 35% chance to summon a Harpy Mage. Quite a due one now, because that's 3 in a row where we haven't got it. So we're already defying the odds. Roughly every 3-4 matches, on average, Should get one. I mean, you can get a 4-match from this, but I like to do this because, see, we're not going to drain any mana though. That's the only thing. We need to get that Harpy Mage. Just need to rely on a bit of luck now for the 4-match. That's four matches we've made now without getting any of the summons required. There's also a 5% chance to summon a Harpy when my turn begins. So that can happen as well if we don't get a 4-match, so you just hang in there. Might as well gain a bit of life then. There's nothing really to gain from doing anything really other than that. The top troop does a whopping 263 skull damage, so I'm not going to quite wipe her out, that top troop, which is annoying. I think I better do that overall. Hey, at least we got that 5% come in. Right, let's get rid of that top one. Trouble is, they have a 34% chance to summon a Harpy Mage when matching 4 or more gems as well. So, might as well get rid of them. Get them gone. Get brown and red. They're about to cast. Giving life. Lost them again. Come on, that's 6 4-matches I've made now without a single summon. Let's make a 4-match blue. Hey, we got one. Had to happen eventually. This is good because we're going to get 2 lots of brown matches and a Skullwhack at the same time. Right, have to start going for it again. The trouble is, the enemy does pick up power and life rather quickly because of this. Kind of relying on those summons quite a bit. And sometimes you're relying on the enemy not to get a summon when they need one. Could do with some of these 4 matches being a little bit more reliable. No storm, so we're not going to get the explosion. Nothing too in my favour either on the board. Yeah, nothing too great right now. Let's grab some yellow while it's there. Again, got to do that because don't really want the damage back on me. Come on. Thank you. Doesn't always last very long, but it's important to have a meat shield for your Queen Xochitls. Need to get that cast really so we get a storm going. not too bad, providing we get a summon soon enough from our Queen Zochi. Still a bit annoying. Not a colour we use, so we may as well dish out some damage. Alright, nothing too much going in our favour right now. Might as well take blue because it stops their blade wing from picking it up. Same reasons again. No red, no yellow, no brown. Last few rounds it's given us a colour we don't use and then given a drop to a colour that the AI does use. That's for the 4th time in a row. Yay! We finally got a colour we use. It's a miracle. Alright, we can make this yellow match. Hopefully we get a summon. There it is. Come on. Start getting a few nice drops. It's this thing which is a pain. You have to get rid of it as quickly as possible. Keeps on giving life to all allies. Can make this a real slog. Oh, I could have done with a mana splurge there. We just lost our one. And we've got to summon back. This is the way this delve is going to go. For a lot of people. I kill you, you kill me, I get a summon, you get a summon. See, we're so close to wiping this thing out. No, I don't need brown, don't need to summon, so I may as well cast this, pick up those extra brown, possibly from the resulting cascades. Well, we're going to get rid of that top one, which is really nice. In fact, we're very nearly done it, but don't discount this from just getting some 4 matches and making some summons. Right, it's done. Right, so yeah, a interesting delve. Can be a lot of I hit you, you hit me, I get a summon, you get a summon, but work away at it and make sure you take out their Harpy Mage if you can, nice and quickly. And it's okay. That was level 150 on the Horde level, I think. Like I say, if you pump it up a little bit, it'll be even easier. But there it is. There's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful or helpful or anything like that, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.